What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is Wednesday, August 8th. It is a little over 10:30. We're an hour into the market. We are seeing ABIL just explode today. And today is a real good, solid day of volume returning back to the penny stock world. I'm very excited and very pumped. This is up pre-market. I wasn't expecting this to have a big as a move as it did, as it was opening up
XONE,
right around
XONE,
the 200-day and the 50-day moving average. I thought those were going to act as real strong magnets
XONE,
for that to
XONE,
get through.
XONE,
So let
XONE.
me exit out of that. I did take a trade on this. We will go over that, but we are just having a bunch of these low float stocks just pop up right now. Real quick, I just want to go over. We had STAF pop up, AWX had a little pop up, FAMI pop up, and MTSL pop up. Now, when you have a stock like ABIL just going on this explosion, you are going to have other low float stocks follow in sympathy. Don't fall for the bait, okay? Now, all the attention's going to be on ABIL. ABIL's float is under 1 million in volume. It's already got almost 8 million in volume with the under 1 million in float. So this is going to have huge explosive moves. Then when you see other low float stocks pop up, it's not good. It's going to pop up and it's going to fall right back down because all the attention is on ABIL. This is where all the traders are looking at right now and today. This is the play. You see MTSL has almost 2 million in volume, but look, it's not doing anything. Nothing really at all. Let's go over ABIL real quick. ABIL is a very low float stock and it just has big moves in here. I did chase this a little bit. I didn't chase it here at the open because, like I said, I thought it was going to have a little trouble because it was opening up right around its moving averages here at around 460 and 430 is where the moving averages are. And I thought those were going to act as really big magnets and pull this right back down. And it was opening up just a little bit above those. But I was wrong, and this just started exploding up. It doesn't have any news behind it. And when it exploded up like that, I was good enough not to chase that first spike. I let it pull back, and then I thought I was going to start doing this U shape here. But this is why it's good to have patience, a little more patience, which I should have worked on. I chased this long wick right here, and I got in, and I had to hold on all this time right here. And I put a trend line on it, and I noticed it was making higher lows. And you could see, usually on the third touch, these always break out. I shouldn't say always, but most of the time on the third touch, these break out. And you can see here, this is getting tighter too. And this might be making its next leg up to $7. We're about to see here in a second. This started making higher lows, and you got a touch here, here, or I would say a touch here, here, and on the third touch right here, that's when it exploded up. Even though I did chase this up and I got in right here on the top of this wick, I had to see this price come all the way back down to 515 and work its way up. So I when I got in on this, I took a negative position. I should have had a little bit more patience on this and letting the pattern form up because you can clearly see this is a wedge right there. Wedge, an up wedge getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And you either buy at the bottom support line or you buy at the break of resistance. And when this broke, it surged up. And I scaled a little bit out of my position. And then I scaled out a little more on this pullback. And then I had a lousy 100 shares left. And I just let that 100 shares run. I let it run all the way up to 669. But right now, I've just been watching it. It hit almost $7, and then it pulls all the way back down to almost $6. And now it's got a good bounce up to 664. So this is where all the attention is right now. ABIL, this is a very low float play. It's going to have huge rips, big moves, really, really risky chasing something like this. But if you follow the patterns and have patience, it's going to pay out a big reward. I took a trade on this. I only made 200 on it, but yesterday I made 100 and today I made 200. So I'm up 300 on the week, little over 300. But a good move like this is what we need for volume to come back in the market. Yesterday we had AWX. Was it AWX? Or was it? No, it was IFMK. Yesterday we had IFMK just go on a ridiculous move. Look at all this. That's crazy. And then it has a big drop. And then it bounces at 332 and runs all the way up to 474. That's why you got to keep an eye on these low float stocks, because they can get momentum and a shift just like that. And then if you would have swung this overnight, I don't like swinging NASDAQ stocks, or I don't really play New York NYSE or Amex stocks that much, because I like to trade NASDAQs and OTCs, but I don't trade OTCs that much unless it's something big. I hardly ever hold any NASDAQ stocks overnight. I'm not a swing trader. That's not my strong point. But if you would have held on to this overnight, you would have lost on it. And that's why you just simply got to trade these low floats. You got to be in them and you got to be out of them. Take your profit, move on. And it looks like ABIL is making its next move right here. Just crazy, crazy moves on this. It can move really, really fast because of its very low float. The float on it is only 800,000. Here it goes. It's going to test the high here at 699. What you want to see is you want to see the bid stack up, a lot of buyers, and you want to see that ask get chipped away. I want to see buying and a lot of green here on the times and sales. Big buy orders. It is kind of tricky right now because we are about to be heading into lunch hours. Best time to trade in the morning is from 9:30 to 11. After that is lunch hours, and then you come back for power hour from 2:30 to 4 o'clock. You got the big money making their money right early in the morning with these volatile moves, and then you got them going on a 3-hour lunch to celebrate what they made, and then you got them coming back the last hour of the day to finish out strong. This is a very, very weird movement, though. That it's the range on it is a lot. I would say the range on ABIL with its really low flow is 35 to 40 cents when it pulls back. Now look at it. It runs up, hits a high of 688, and it pulls back all the way down to 656. And it's still pulling back. And this is why you want to look at this kind of stuff in different time frames as well to get a better picture of what the pattern is setting up. So if I pull up ABIL here on the 5-minute, you could clearly see it downtrended and downtrended and downtrended, making lower lows. And then you got like a doji right here. And then it starts grinding up, making high, each 5-minute candle making a new higher low, and looks like a new high too. But what is that? It's a U shape, and that's what this is doing right now. And you can get a better picture with that looking at different time frames, looking at the pattern, looking at the volume. Now right here you can see the volume. I don't know if this is gonna work out because the volume is slowly dying off right here, as you see, and then it got real powerful right here. That's why I like just looking at price action and volume. That doesn't show strength right there. We also got MTSL popping up a little bit, but ABIL has a lot of the volume. Anything could happen though. And you could see MTSL, it's a recent runner in the past. So it's getting a great bounce here off of the moving averages. Looked like it bottomed out. It was falling and it started to bottom out, and now it's getting a good bounce. That's why whenever you have a stock that goes supernova parabolic, a really big runner, you want to put it on your watch list at least for the next month to see what it does, because anything can happen. Momentum, the mob, volume could easily come back to it because they know it ran. And traders remember stocks that run. And look at ABIL. It broke through that $7 and it's running right now. Just like that. Momentum. Boom. Hit it. This is what we need. We need big moves like this. This is awesome. This is what I love to see. This is bringing volume back into the market. Woo! Look at that beautiful pattern there. Beautiful U-shape. You could have banked on this. When it pulled back down to here to $6, you'd be up $1.50 in profit right now. 2,000 shares, that's $3,000. In what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. You're making $100 a minute right there. I'm so excited for this. This is awesome. This is what we need. This is going to bring hype and volume back into the penny stock world. And this is why you be patient when it's slow. Be patient when it's slow. Sit on your hands. Study patterns. Study charts. Touch up on your skills. Polish your skills. Your level 2 skills. Your candlestick skills. Your pattern skills. Look at charts. Look at charts over and over and over and over again. Observe what other traders do. Learn from all the top traders. Take what you can that they have to offer and develop your own strategy. That's what's beautiful about trading. You can develop your own strategy around your own personality. And you gotta have a passion for this. You do. You gotta have a passion and want to learn. You can't over the weekend just sit around and be lazy and watch movies or just play around or play video games. That's not going to get you anywhere in life. Yeah, it's good to kill time or whatever, but take advantage of that time. You only get so much of that time here on Earth. Wouldn't you want to take that time to be the best person you could be, to push yourself to be the best? Every weekend, study your butt off. Study your butt off and go hard at it. Because you will be rewarded on plays like this. Because you will be prepared if you study your butt off. Be here every single day to observe market conditions. If you're here every day, you will know when it's time to buy and you will know when it's time to sit on your hands. The past 3 weeks, we haven't seen no volume because of earnings season with all these large cap stocks. Now that earnings season's coming to an end, we had a couple low floats that got pumped, but that's traders that have an addiction to trading. They need to trade, so they pump up these low floats. But then, now that earnings season's over with, all the patient traders that waited and all the traders that love to trade, their focus is back into the penny stocks. All the traders, all the big money that was in the earnings of these large cap stocks, now that earnings season's over, we have them back now, which brings more buying back into this current market. And look at ABIL. Perfect example as we're approaching 10 million in volume, and this thing is still hitting new highs. If you're here every single day, you will know market conditions, as I'm trying to say. You guys can do it. You can. I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Literally just a year and a half ago, I wasn't doing nothing. Playing video games. Just going to work every single day. Look at ABIL. This is what we need. This is beautiful. How can you hate on something like this? How could you not want to study and be good at something like this? If you just study and apply yourself and stick to rules and be patient, you will be rewarded so much in ways to be you. It's financial freedom. Who doesn't want financial freedom? Financial freedom and not be told what to do. You could do whatever you want. That's what I'm striving for. Financial freedom and just to live life as we are supposed to. We shouldn't have to live life working at a job we hate. We should be doing what we love. And the stock market gets a bad name because a lot of people think it's gambling. It's not gambling, it's risk management. You sit on your hands when the market is slow, and you be aggressive when we are in hot market conditions. You wait for patterns to set themselves up. Beautiful U-shape right there. You can see these are all these low float stocks that just they're popping up and they're falling right back down. This is sympathy is what this is. All because ABIL is having this huge move. That's all it is. That's why you don't want to fall into these traps. When these pop up, this is what we need. ABIL, this is awesome. And if you look at the chart history on ABIL, it has a history of running. And this is what you got to look for when you're pulling up these charts. Do they have a history of running? If it has a history of running, it's going right to my watch list. If it doesn't have a history and it's just like this, where it doesn't do anything, I ain't going to pay no attention to it. You got to think outside of the box. What are other traders looking at? Now look at WMLP. This is popping up. No news, just a low float popping up because we might be seeing buying coming back into the penny stock world. All these tickers right here, I've just added. All these popped up today. Now you would look for ABIL to bounce off of $7. Because this was a previous resistance level right here. You see how it couldn't break above that? And then it came through and then it surged right here, breaking that. Old resistance should become support, future support. So this comes back and pulls down. Look at right where it bounced. It bounced right there at that support. Now you would look for this to start making higher lows. This is awesome. And it didn't even get halted once. Normally when these stocks explode up like that, they'll get halted. This didn't get halted not once. You know, and it's completely healthy for a stock to spike up and pull back. Completely healthy. Spike up, pull back, consolidate. That's very, very healthy for a stock. Because a stock's not just going to go straight up, 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 and then down, 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 down. You know, there's a formula to this, and it's patterns. You got to familiarize yourself with these patterns. And you got to intersect the daily chart with the intraday chart. The more the daily chart and the intraday chart align, and the more time frames you look at, the bigger picture you will see and put it together. I'll look at the 1 minute chart. I got the 5 minute chart. I got another screen over here. I got the 5 minute. I got the 15 minute. I got the daily of the past 3 months. And then I got the yearly right here. And then sometimes I'll pop up the hourly chart just to see what it's doing. It's somewhere in there. But the more they align, the bigger the explosion it could be when it spikes. But all eyes are on ABIL. And then yesterday you had TSLA with Elon Musk talking about taking Tesla private. And this just had a huge move. Huge move. Well, the 5 minute here. It was trading at 342 and it exploded up to a high of 338. But this is too expensive for me. I wouldn't be playing stocks like that. I normally play stocks between 10 cents to $20. That's my range on them. WMLP, we just went over this. It went from $1.70s up to $2.14. Now it's fallen right back down. And it's got 220,000 in volume. All attention's on ABIL. This is where the action is. But this is what's going on in the market right now. Just wanted to give you guys a quick recap. This is my second trade of the week. Just a little $200 winner. I haven't really been being aggressive because the past 3 weeks we haven't been seeing breakouts. You know, and it's been very tough to trade these past 3 weeks because of earnings season. We haven't had volume in the market. So during slow times, you got to scale back on your size. And then when the markets heat up, that's when you be aggressive and you attack. So now that ABIL has this huge move up, and if it can hold and continue spiking, this could cause a lot of FOMO. And a lot of traders are going to have that fear of missing out. They missed out on this. So they're going to tell themselves, I'm not going to miss the next one. And this will bring volume back into the market, hopefully. From here, we will see. You know, tomorrow, it is late in the week, as tomorrow is Thursday, and then we got Friday. So hopefully coming Monday, I would say I would start to look for big volume to be here. And ABIL still doesn't look like it's done. It's up 144%. Up $4.23 on the day, approaching 10 million in volume. Now, if we go back on the daily chart here, when it had these big moves, we're looking at volume of 9 million, 8 million, 10 million, 7 million. So it's approaching its all-time volume. And you got to keep that, you got to look at that. We're approaching 10 million already. So this is getting a huge boom in volume. So this is a big radar that this could keep going, because this is reaching all time in volume. And it went for a few days. So this could be in play the rest of the week. But that's the market recap today for August 8th. We are just over an hour and a half into the market, heading into lunch hours. Study up, guys. Know these patterns, learn these patterns. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And what an awesome day. This is the day for traders that we've been waiting for. The past 3 weeks have been slow with earnings. And this is what we needed. We needed a big, powerful move like this with volume. Let's get it.